Hey YouTube, it's Josh. So what I'm about to show you is a beverage that I make for myself every morning. I like to call it protein coffee. So let me show you what you'll need. You'll need a coffee machine. So I have a single serve Keurig coffee machine. You could use a traditional coffee machine that has its own decanter in it. And I usually fill mine up to about 12 ounces. But like I said, if you have a traditional coffee machine with a decanter, it doesn't really matter how much you put for this recipe. So you could just put as much to your heart's content. The other thing that you'll need is protein powder. So I like to use gold standard isolate. Chocolate Bliss is my favorite flavor. Fortunately, I don't really react that well to whey, but you can also use whey as well if you're okay with using whey protein in whatever flavor that you like. But I've tried different protein powders, and the Chocolate Bliss isolate is definitely the protein powder that I like to use. And then if you look at the nutrition facts at the back, about 110 calories. You also have 25 grams of protein. So a good way to get your day started. And then because I don't have a decanter, I need a mug to collect the hot coffee. Now, one of the things that you want to make sure you do before you mix the hot coffee with the protein powder is you want to make sure that you have cold creamer. Okay, so this just came out of the fridge, nice and cold. A serving size tablespoon is about 35 calories or so. So I usually put in about a tablespoon to cool down the coffee before I pour it in with the protein powder. Now what'll happen is if you have room temperature creamer and you put it in the coffee and then you mix it in with the protein powder, you'll get lumpy coffee. The coffee coagulates and doesn't taste as good when it's lumpy, unless you like lumpy coffee. But so generally speaking, I'll usually cool down the hot coffee with the creamer. And that's basically what it is. So that wraps up the ingredients. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and demo to you the steps that I go through to make this protein coffee. Okay, so the coffee right now is currently brewing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get things set up. So in the shaker, I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 scoop of protein powder. So I'll just take a scoop of protein powder and put it in the shaker. Coffee is still brewing, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait for that to finish up. And then, like I said, the key here is to make sure that you use cold creamer. And I'm just waiting for this coffee to finish up. It's actually taking quite a bit of time, but okay, so it's almost done. All right. So we have hot coffee over here, and like I said, I usually add about a tablespoon of cold creamer in the coffee. So about a tablespoon. So that should be enough now to cool it down so that the coffee doesn't get lumpy at all. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. And then once the coffee is poured in, I'm going to shake this for about 30 seconds, so make sure it's tight. Make sure the top is also tight as well before you shake it, or you have coffee flying everywhere. And then I'm just going to go ahead and shake this for about 30 seconds or so. Just want to make sure I don't have any lumps, and there's really no need to use the little ball thingy that they usually give you with these shakers. As long as you cool down the coffee a little bit with the cold creamer, you shouldn't have any lumps in the coffee at all, okay? So that should be good enough. Now, traditionally, I normally just drink it out of the shaker, but I wanted to pour this in my mug, and then I'll give you like final shot as far as what it looks like. It's pretty appetizing. I like it a lot. It tastes really good, and it's only around 145 calories, and it really helps me get my day going with a kick of caffeine and a decent amount of protein to start the day. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. Did a terrible job. I got some, it's dripping a little bit. All right, and you'll get like a little frothy top, which is actually pretty cool. I don't know if you see that quite clearly. I'll give you a better shot of the coffee in just a moment. Then here's just a better shot of the final result. So this is what you get. So you see the frothy top, and it's actually quite delicious. I actually look forward to drinking this every morning because it tastes good, and like I said, it has a little bit of caffeine in it, so it definitely helps me get my day going. Hopefully you'll like this treat that I like to make for myself. Thanks.